Yo, it's good to Skano. There are mental and emotional scars that people carry that would never be healed. They're more like open wounds, really, because just because you're scarred and damaged, doesn't mean you can't be healthy at some point and even, have healthy bonds and relationships. But I think there are a lot of people out here that are drawn to damage people. And your vanity, whether, you mean well or not, it's irrelevant. And your vanity, you think that somehow you are going to be able to exercise certain demons. You're going to be able to access certain places emotionally and mentally that others have been barricaded from. And you get caught up in a cycle of toxicity, you know. You can't fix damaged people. And like I said, many of us, you know, suffered wounds throughout the course of life, but damaged people is different. It's different. Their experiences, their scars, they have shaped them into the people that they are. Damaged people have a certain ideology in regard to the way they perceive the world, the way they perceive other people. There is nothing that you can do that will alter that. I don't care how pure your love is, how strong your love is. Because the default setting of someone who is deeply damaged is always going to revert back to the norm. And that's shut down emotionally and wall you out. Many damaged people don't even want to be fixed because most of us do not even realize that we are damaged. We've operated at a certain setting for a majority of our lives, you know. How dare you come along and think that you're going to alter that setting? Like, the hell you think you are? You can't fix damaged people. You just become damaged in the process. You may even be destroyed. I come to realize that I'm drawn to damaged people and they are drawn to me. Upon that realization, I begin to wonder, why is that? You know, why is it that I always seem that when I do form a bond with someone, they have these deep-seated emotional and spiritual, and not to judge them. But at some point, they made me realize that I was damaged. And in the process of trying to fix their damage, that was somehow self-therapeutic for me. You understand? And fixing them and reconstructing their emotional stability and spiritual stability, that was somehow, you know, absolving my demons. But no. Because although damaged people can love, as I said, some of the strongest lovers are damaged people. Because in giving that love, like I said, they are in the process healing themselves. But the act of giving love, for many damaged people, we don't know how to love. We feel love. We don't know how to applicate it. We have no concept of and your love isn't enough. No one's love is enough. See, there's a deep, dark void in the soul, in the very spiritual essence of a person that is damaged, that I don't believe any human, you know, any human can ever reach those places. And in a process of you trying, I'm talking to the people that think that they can fix damaged people. In the process of you trying to reach those, you know, those dark places that have been inaccessible and walled off, and that's where the vanity comes in, the arrogance, to think that you will be different. It's something about you that you can fix them. And you become a victim of your own pride and arrogance. And you fall into the abyss. And that's the cycle of toxicity. There are damaged people out here that they want to be fixed. They just don't know how to obtain that. Because when they run across people that they do love, they cannot translate love in the way that other people can. You know, they can't express love the way other people can. And they may care more about that person than anything they ever have. But the very nature of being, you know, damaged, that's what it is. You cannot express and applicate emotions the way other people can, you know. So that person will never know how much you really care about them because you are unable to express that properly. Next thing you know, they are out of your life. And then the damaged person, that further reinforces, you know, that further reinforces their mentality of, you know, individualism, solitude. See, damaged people learn that loving is painful, you know, because it's worse than, you know, falling out of love with someone. When you truly care about someone, the damaged person, when you truly love someone to the core of you, and they're unaware because you just do not have the capacity to express it to them, that's worse than betrayal to me. You know, we all suffer betrayals. What happens if that person that you cared about more than anyone, you can never make them understand that? So you stop loving, you stop trying, and it becomes all about self gratification. And that's the cycle of toxicity. Any person that you come into contact with, you will let them try to fix you. You know, that's their role. And as I said, that exercise in futility until they burn themselves out, because they will eventually. And once you've exhausted every ounce of mental, emotional, spiritual energy that they have, so stop trying to fix damaged people. Because it very well may be that we don't even want to be fixed. 216 Scano, you already know.